Hey everybody. I just recorded a whole video for you guys, and for some reason the webcam uploads on YouTube cut out on me, so I'm going to start over. But anyway, long time no see. I'm going to start off with just a little bit of a vlog just to update you guys because I haven't been here in a long time. I haven't made any videos, I haven't commented on people's videos, I haven't seen people's videos. And so I wanted to give everybody a little bit of an update about what's been going on and kind of what I have planned for the next few weeks. First of all, at the beginning of December, I had a wedding that I did the makeup for, and that kept me pretty busy right towards the beginning of the month. And then following that, I had a family member get sick, and they ultimately did pass away. And that happened right before the holidays, so that kept me busy. Literally up to the funeral. After the funeral, I had one day to prepare and wrap presents and get everything ready for the holiday, and now it's Tuesday after the holiday already, and I have no idea where December went. So I apologize, I'm really far behind. When I left off, I was doing some hauls because I had done quite a bit of shopping, and I haven't shown you everything that I got, so I want to do some haul videos, and hopefully I'll have enough time at the end of this to maybe show you some items and start to get caught up a little bit. So I'm going to try to finish. At this point, I kind of don't even remember anymore what everything that I have left to show you guys, so it may be a little bit sporadic for a while. I may just do some little miniature hauls showing you some individual items as I come across them and realize that I forgot to show you, but we'll see how that goes. So I need to finish up on the hauls, and then I've told you guys before that I usually will pick a color scheme or an accessory or an item that I'm really in love with, and I kind of base my whole makeup and clothing items on whatever that color, that item, or whatever's inspiring me at the moment. And so, you know, through the fall, I was really doing the greens, and I'm getting ready to change everything out. I'm going to be changing my entire wardrobe out. I'll be changing all my makeup out, all of my accessories out for the winter, at least definitely for the month of January. I may change it again in February, I'm not sure. And I'm still not quite sure what I'm going to change it to, but keep your eye open, because once I decide and I get that swapped out, I'll obviously do an updated makeup tutorial for you as far as the new look. I'm leaning towards kind of an icy light blue look right now, but I'm not sure because I have some items that I purchased at the beginning of the month that I'm really in love with, and so I'm kind of debating. And then I have items that I received as gifts for the holidays as well. So I'm still kind of debating, but right now I'm leaning towards light blue. And the reason I'm doing that is because if you've been paying attention to the magazines and fashion lately, you'll notice that coming into the month of January, a lot of the looks and a lot of the ads have been extremely neutral makeup looks. They're either almost so neutral that it almost looks like there's no makeup at all. I mean, you can tell that there's makeup, but the intent is to make it seem like a fresh face. Or it's very much peaches and pinks and neutral colors, or it's been a very icy blue, silvery look, and I'm really liking that blue look. The other thing is, if you really do follow fashion, and if you followed fashion in the magazine industry for, you know, at least a couple of years, and you really read all the magazines that are out there and really pay attention, you'll realize that the magazines really don't change from year to year. I mean, every year, if you get this year coming in April, watch all of your fashion magazines, because they're all going to be talking about bronzers and self-tanners and SPFs and getting your sunscreen on and prepping you for the summer. And then usually in July, the looks are always nautical. And then for the fall, it's usually always either plums or burgundies or the highlight color, and then they add other fall colors, you know, around it, the grays and the browns and that kind of thing. But you'll see a lot of spotlight for it's usually either burgundies or plums, and they kind of flip-flop it from year to year. This year they threw in some navy blue. And clothing-wise, they kind of focused on gray. But it's usually always the same from year to year for the most part. And in the spring, usually they either focus on really bright colors, like bright blues, bright greens, bright oranges, to kind of get you excited about the warm weather coming, or they do a pastel focus. So this past year was the bright colors. So the chances of this year being pastel colors is pretty darn good. Now what colors they'll focus on, it kind of changes. You know, the previous year, prior to this year when they did the pastels, it was very neutrals. It was peaches and pinks and whites and very pale colors. So this year, whether it'll be more Easter colors, that type of pastels, I don't know, we'll see. But anyway, that's leading me towards the blues also. The other thing that's going to be coming back now that we're entering a new decade, if you really pay attention to fashion, you'll notice that the designers, when they're trying to bring out a retro feel, we're always 20 years behind. So through the 2000s, we were focused on the 80s. They were trying to bring back the 80s. Well, now that we're entering a new decade, they're going to start focusing on the looks of the 90s, which of course we know started off really with grunge. Well, that's already coming back because we already have plaid back. And of course it's back in a modern way. It's back with kind of a girly twist. You know, there's ruffles and things and cinched waist added. But they're basically taking it from exactly, 20 years ago. And the leggings are already back. Now, some of the leggings came out of the 90s, but the leggings that we're starting to see with the faux, the pleather and the studding and that kind of thing comes straight from the grunge. So the next thing that we're going to see is going to be Doc Martens and the thick, chunky heels coming back on shoes. The soles of shoes are going to get thicker, chunkier, that kind of thing. So I'm interested to see how they play that together with the possible, pastels coming back. They may still throw some 80s neon in to try to phase out of the 80s and get into the 90s, but we'll see. So anyway, I plan to try to do a lot more tutorials. You guys know that I don't really change my makeup, but I got a lot of e.l.f. and a lot of MAC for Christmas, and I purchased quite a bit of makeup prior to that. So I do want to play with those new palettes that I have and show you guys a lot more tutorials. The only reason I haven't is because I just tend to, unless I'm going to be doing something that day other than just running errands, I don't usually wear makeup. I'm confident enough to be seen in public without thinking that somebody's going to arrest me for being too ugly. So anyway, I have a little bit on today because I have a party to go to tonight, and so I just don't do makeup that much. So to do the tutorials before was just kind of, it was a little going out of my way to dig out all that makeup and play with it just for the tutorials. But now that I have a lot of new makeup, and I've been buying quite a bit lately, I of course do want to play around with that. So I'm going to try my best to do more tutorials for you guys, because I have a lot of different looks that I can show you, and I can do a lot of spin. I keep seeing the same looks over and over and over again here on YouTube, and I'm kind of getting bored, and I think everybody else is kind of getting a little bored too. So hopefully we can mix that up a little bit and have some fun. I'm not real avant-garde. I'm more of a wearable everyday makeup, but hopefully we can play around with that a little bit. So that's the update. I ran out of time, so I'm going to have to start some haul videos separate. But let me know if you have any questions. That's kind of where I'm headed. And if you have any ideas or anything you want to see, please let me know, because I feel really behind, and so any ideas you want to throw at me is great to get me started. Have a good day, guys. Bye.